Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you're new here. Hi, my name is Sydney, and in today's video I'm looking a little bit strange because today we are going to test out some new cream products from Salt New York. Now the Creme Tint Pros are not new themselves, but they're new to me and I wanted to show them off to you guys. So I literally have not even taken anything out of here. I wanted to unbox it on camera with you guys, so let's hop into it. So I think I want to say it was January or February, Salt New York announced that they were launching a mini palette. Now they have their big palettes. These palettes are the most gorgeous magnetic palettes I've ever seen in my entire life. I've wanted one for super long. I may eventually get a bigger one. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but these are incredible. But as soon as I saw that they were releasing this mini palette along with a smaller bundle of their Creme Tint Pros, I knew that I had to get my hands on it. I was super interested in the Creme Tint Pros when they came out, but I just decided that it was a little bit out of my budget, so I didn't grab the bigger bundle, but this little bundle was absolutely perfect. So I'm so excited to show you guys which shades I picked out and apply them to my face today. All right, let's pull these puppies out. I'm so excited, you guys. So the first thing I pulled out is a little tiny palette. Oh, it says, "Hi, I'm a bag. I can be recycled or reused as a travel pouch or puppet of a little square ghost." I love that sustainability is such a huge priority with Salt New York. I looked on their website before I started filming to see if I could find some more information on like their sustainability practices and all that, but I've heard the founder say many times that sustainability is huge in their company, and that's something that's really important to me as well. So I was really excited to see that. And this little pouch is holding onto my palette, won't let it go. I don't want to rip it because I could totally reuse this. Here it is, you guys. It's adorable. It's pretty comparable to the other 9PM palettes that I've had in the past. It looks like it's maybe just a little bit smaller. I decided to go with the gray. I think there are several different options, but I would literally have my entire house gray if I had it my way. But it has this gorgeous little gold zipper, and then you open it up, and here it is. It's perfect. I love it. It's gonna get dirty though, I have a feeling. So along with this palette, I also ordered 4 little Creme Tint Pros. They just came in little like sleeves, kind of like eyeshadows do. Okay, can we just take a second to talk about how beautiful these little sleeves are? I love the artwork. I love that this is like the salt part is foiled. All of Salt New York's branding is absolutely incredible. So I'm going to take these out of the package really quick and put them in my little palette, and then we will finally apply them to the face. Alright, you guys, here is my little palette. So I ordered the Radiant Creme Tint Pro in the shade Pearl. I ordered the Lip and Cheek Tint Pro in the shade Peach. And then I ordered the Sculpting Bronze shade and then the Light Bronze shade. I don't know if this blush is really going to go with my eye look today, but we're just going to make it work. But I am so excited to jump into these, you guys. I've been on such a cream product kick lately. I just can't wait to dip into these. So I am going to do some comparison swatches with these cream products and some other cream products that I already have in my collection. But in this portion of the video, I really just want to focus on how they apply to the face and all of that. So I think I'm just going to go in with my normal cream product brushes. I did kind of like wipe them off on my makeup razor earlier to try to get rid of any remnants of the cream bronzer, cream blush, cream highlighter that I had on them before. But they're not like brandly new clean brushes. So my favorite brush to apply cream bronzer with is actually from Kaleido Cosmetics. It's from the Rose Quartz set, and this is the #1 brush. It's just like a kind of a chunky angled brush. I think Real Techniques has a similar brush if you guys didn't want to splurge on this one. But I think I'm going to start out by taking the bronzer. I think I'm going to bronze and then contour a little bit. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. You have no idea. Alright, I think I've got a little bit of product on there. It's always weird the first time you use cream products because for some of them you have to like kind of work the product up a little bit with your brush the first time to get any pigment. Oh no, we've got pigment. It's definitely a soft bronze, much different from my Milk Makeup bronzer that I've been using lately. Or maybe I'm just picking up a small amount. But that's really pretty. Do the other side. I went in a little bit more heavily on this side with first application. Grab a bit more to do the forehead and my temple. Alright, you guys, so far so good. I feel like that went on really effortlessly. It's a very light bronze shade, but it is the light bronze shade. But it is building really nicely on top of itself if I want a little bit more bronze. I'm not going to go too crazy today because we are going to apply a little bit of contour, but I'm pretty happy with that, you guys. Blending nicely, it's not going patchy anywhere, picking up my foundation underneath. I'm excited. I think for the contour, I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm just gonna focus it on like this side of my brush, just because I'm not really sure what else to use in my collection. So I'm just gonna focus the product on the very edge of the brush and just kind of draw it on like that. I think I got a little bit low. This I'm not going to take in quite as far. Okay, we might have to blend that one out with a sponge. I unevenly contoured myself. Oops. So I'm just going to tap over this side with the side of my sponge that I used for foundation, just to kind of erase my really low contour so I can redo it and do it a little bit higher so it's more even with this side. Add a bit more bronzer. So now I'm just going to take a clean side of my sponge and just press that in. I think I'm pretty happy with that, you guys. I feel like it's blending in really nicely. I don't see any like weird harsh lines. I feel like it's a nice tone where it's just kind of chiseling out my cheeks, but I don't look like a zombie. I'm pretty happy with this so far. Again, this is just a first impression. I will be sure to share some follow-up thoughts either in like a speed reviews video or over on my Instagram. I do a lot of reviews over there. Okay guys, next up it's time for cream blush, and I'm so excited about this like fiery red blush. It definitely does not match my eye look, but it's fine. We're gonna make it work. This is a brush from the BH Cosmetics White Marble set. If you guys are looking for another good cream blush brush, I really enjoyed this one. I'm just going to take a little bit of that blush and start tapping it onto my cheeks. This is a really, really pretty shade. I'm really impressed with how far that went. I feel like sometimes when I use cream blush, not that it sticks in one spot, but I feel like I run out of it a little bit faster and I have to dip back into the product, but that went on really, really beautifully. That's beautiful. I'm so happy I grabbed the peach blush. I really hemmed and hawed over which blush shade I should grab because I knew I wanted to grab both the bronzer and the contour. But I think this shade is just beautiful. It's like the perfect, like, I'm just flushed look, not necessarily like I have like blush on. Wow, that's pretty. Oh, I'm really happy with that too. Alright, so now I'm going to take a little bit of the highlighter and I'm actually just going to use my finger for this part. We'll see if I end up liking this method of application. And I'm just going to press that onto my cheekbone. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. It's definitely a smooth highlighter. I don't see any chunks of glitter or like noticeable chunks of shimmer. It's just giving me that pop, that juicy glow. Ooh. I'm really excited about that. And when I'm looking forward, I feel like I see maybe just the tiniest bit of a gray cast. Nothing too bad though. I think once it all meshes together, it'll be a-okay. So I'm just going to tapping over these once again with my sponge. This is my normal cream product routine. I'm pretty darn happy with that, you guys. So I'm going to hop off camera, apply the rest of my face makeup, and then I'll hop into the rest of the video and share some more details about these products. Alright guys, so I just want to pop back on camera. I did lightly set all of those creams with just a little bit of translucent powder. And I think they still look really, really good. The highlighter especially looks really, really fantastic. It's still got a lot of glow to it. I feel like everything else is kind of mattified down a little bit. It feels a little bit tacky on my skin, but I did not like deeply set it. I just kind of lightly set it. But otherwise, I'm really, really happy with how these creams are performing so far. Alright guys, now that we've gotten the demo out of the way, I want to share a little bit more information about the palette itself as well as the Creme Tint Pros inside. So the palette itself actually retails for $20 and the Creme Tint Pros retail for $16 a piece. I did pre-order this bundle, so I got it for $42, but if I hadn't pre-ordered it, it would have been $84, which is pretty darn pricey. But this brand is vegan and cruelty-free, and everything looks really, really high quality, at least upon my first impression. Everything is really beautiful. It was really nicely shipped. Nothing arrived broken or smashed or weird or anything like that. So far I'm pretty pleased with this, you guys. Everything went on really smoothly. It's a little bit more, I don't want to say sheer, but it's just not quite as impactful as what I was kind of looking for. I think on like a normal everyday makeup basis this would be absolutely fine, and maybe I just need to apply a little bit more and I went a little too lightly handed. I went in a little bit too lightly with it today, but when I'm filming, I need a little oomph with blush and bronzer. My highlighter's good, but like I feel like I'm wanting a little bit more blush and bronzer than this is really giving me. But it is really pretty. I can't wait to try this on a more no makeup day and see if under normal circumstances and with a bit lighter coverage base, if I like it a little bit more then. But so far I am pleased. As I said, I do want to compare these products to some of the other cream products in my collection, just so you guys have a frame of reference, because I know there aren't a whole lot of swatches available on these products, so let's hop into that. Alright guys, so for the bronzer, I really only have 2 comparable products in my collection. I have my Milk Makeup Bronzing Stick and then my Tower 28 Bronzio Illuminating Bronzer. So I'm going to swatch these side by side on my fingers so you guys can kind of see how they compare with the Salt New York shade. Alright you guys, so this right here is my Tower 28 bronzer, this is the Salt New York bronzer, and then this is my Milk Makeup Bronzing Stick. As you can probably tell, the bronzers that I've been using are quite a bit darker than this one. This one is very, very light, so if you guys have super fair skin like I do and you're looking for something that light, this might be a great option for you. Ooh, okay. There's some rough swatches with my left hand, but once again, this is Tower 28. This is the Salt New York bronzer, and then this is my Milk Makeup bronzer in Bake. I feel like there's a significant difference between both bronzers and the Salt New York bronzer, so I'm really, really happy to have kind of that lighter tone in my collection to play with. I don't have anything even close to being comparable to this contour shade, so I'm not going to do comparison swatches with that one, but I am going to do some comparison swatches with the beautiful Peach Creme Tint. Alright you guys, so this shade right here is the Salt New York Creme Tint Pro. This one is Velvet Melon from Kosas, and then these two are from my e.l.f. Cream Blush Palette. Again, really nothing super similar. And I don't know why I didn't use the same hand, because now I have cream swatches on both arms, and that is a risky game to play with me. Here those swatched out on my arm. The only one that I have in my collection that's a little bit close to the Salt New York one is this shade right here from the e.l.f. palette. I feel like it's less coral though, but it's more similar depth-wise compared to the other 2 tones. And then finally, I did want to do some quick comparison swatches with the Radiant Creme Tint Pro in the shade Pearl. So to compare that, I'm going to swatch the lighter shade of my Kosas Color and Light Duo in the shade Velvet Melon, as well as my ColourPop Light Sticks in the shade Star Bright. Okay you guys, so this is my Kosas highlighter from the Velvet Melon Duo, this is the Salt New York highlighter, and then this is my ColourPop Light Sticks in the shade Star Bright. I feel like the Kosas one is a little bit darker, a little bit more golden toned, and the ColourPop one, I feel like it's more similar in tone. I feel like it's maybe just a little bit brighter, but I know the texture of this one is different than the Salt New York shade because this one is much more glittery, it's a little more chunky. I was gonna say, here, the highlighter swatched on my arm, but you cannot even see those. Those were like the worst swatches I've ever done in my entire life. Overall, you guys, I'm really pleased with how these creams performed. They were definitely on the expensive side, but so far, I'm enjoying them. I think they're worth the pre-order price. I haven't quite decided if they are worth the full price that they would be, but I'm really excited to test these out a little bit more and get to know these creams a little bit more. I think that's really all I have for this video. I hope that you guys found this helpful. Oh, I didn't even do swatches of this palette. That might be helpful. Alright, here are the swatches of the shades that I actually purchased. This is the contour shade, this is the light bronze shade, this is Radiant Pearl, and then this is the shade Peach. So contour, light bronze, Radiant Pearl, and Peach. I love it so much. If you guys have been on my channel for a little while, you might know that I am a huge fan of face palettes, and lately I've been like super into the idea of like a custom curated face palette. I custom curate my eyeshadow palettes all the time, but I don't really have enough like loose face products to do that, and I love the idea of that, and so I was so excited to create my own little custom face palette within the little Salt New York system, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I hope that this video was helpful or at least entertaining for you guys, and I hope that it provided some insight into what you can expect from Salt New York and provided some swatches for anyone who is looking for a few more. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know what you've tried from them, what your opinion of the brand is. I'm really intrigued by them. I don't think this will be my last purchase from them, but that's gonna wrap it up today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!